name is Joe. I play guitar in the Mongoloids.
My name is Justin, and I sing for Wrong Answer.
My name is Greg, and I sing for the Mongoloids.
Utilize the year it is. The internet is a beautiful thing, and just play as many shows as you can, because no one's gonna care if you're not playing any shows.
Cool. I think it's just about playing as much as possible. Like in my first band that did anything, we would just play, like we'd go to parties, and like if some shitty band was playing, we'd take their equipment and just play, jump on every show you can and just take the opportunities. But it starts with finding like-minded people. Like if
just go to shows and make sure all your band members are there and just play surprise sets.
You definitely get what you put in. So like go to shows and like not to network, but just be a part of the scene and contribute, and then just find people who are on the same page as you. Because if you got that one kid who just wants to jam on the weekends, he's gonna hold you back until you find somebody who wants to go at it as hard as you do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll agree with that and say, like, you know, obviously you need to be participating in the scene you exist in before, you know, spending all your money to go on tour with your band to play to no one. Rather than doing that, just go to shows and meet like-minded people.
Yeah, but doesn't that only help you out in your own scene? Like, aren't you still in a situation where you're really just competing for the opening slot on whatever touring packages come into town?
Well, you're gonna meet people, the touring bands. You're gonna meet them. You know, right. you warm up for them. You know, meet up with those guys. You know, that's how you get your foot in the door. And I'm not saying that like hardcore should be all about meeting people, because at the end it's about the music and not the friendships and stuff like that. But you get what you put in. If you support them, maybe they'll give you the same favor. But really, it's a bit of a crapshoot. The number one thing that I think you can do to make your band, like, to get your foot in the door and get out there is concentrate on the music you make first. Because I think that every kid in hardcore has something relevant to say, but a lot of kids get caught up in cliches or aping this band or that band. Think about the things you actually care about and what you actually want to put out there and what actually like moves you to write lyrics or make music, and then present that, because once you get shows, the honesty will show through.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely being yourself is the biggest thing, because if you're singing about what everybody else has to say, then what's the point?
Yeah,
you're everybody else. No one wants to watch the same band twice.
There's no way to distinguish yourself.
Yeah, say what you want to say, play what you want to play. I would be in hardcore, but I would be in a different place, for sure.
Probably not in a straight edge band.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would definitely be different.
I would definitely be dead or super fucked up if I wasn't straight edge. Like, I 100% recognize that I have an addictive personality and I could never do drugs or drink responsibly. I think people can, I just could never do it. I know, like, I have a family history with it. Like, I'd be really fucked up. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have gotten to do any of the cool stuff I did. So.
Cool. That's awesome. You, Greg?
In terms of the Mongoloids started just based on the premise of being a straight edge band. So I would not be here. And
well, were you playing in any other bands before that?
No. It was me and a couple kids. We wanted to start a straight edge band, and it turned into the Mongoloids.
Did you guys try to start a serious band or a joke straight edge band? Because a lot of people seem to start joke straight edge bands that eventually become serious straight edge bands.
I would say the Mongoloids isn't a joke straight edge band, but I would say it isn't an over serious one either. It's, you know, it's about just being a free spirit, you know.
Oh, I mean, like when you guys started, was it started as like a serious?
I mean,
that's
it's
cool.
I think it holds the same image it did then as it does now. Cool. Just, you know, being a little goofy, you know, it doesn't have to be so uptight and over serious. I don't really.
Man, hardcore is too fucking uptight.
It is pretty uptight sometimes, but you have to make it what you want it to be. Yeah. That's the end of the day, you know. But for me personally, I don't know where I'd be. To me, straight edge is about, you know, remaining youthful, and I would never be, you know, I would go to the bar with my friends and be the designated driver and hang out with them. Like, that's none of, it's, you know, straight edge isn't about, not going to the bar, not doing this, not doing that. It's just about what you do personally. And I think that's where it gets kind of blurred sometimes, as kids want to revolt against drinking or revolt against smoking, revolt against this, revolt. It's you're making your own stand by what you personally do. I don't have a problem with what other people do, I just don't do it. Justin, what would you say about that?
I think that when you're younger, you have a tendency to identify the things you like in terms of the things that you don't like. Like, you feel strongly about the bands you like. I was like this when I was younger, so I'm speaking from personal experience, and maybe some other people can like relate to it. But when I was younger, I hated a lot of bands, and I liked a lot of bands a lot. And also when I was, you know, as a younger straight edge kid, I identified myself as like, no, I'm not like you. Like, I don't want to drink, I don't want to smoke, like, I don't want to do drugs and shit like that. And it was like, it was more of a reaction. And then as I got older, I, you know, became the person I am, who's just, I don't want to do that stuff. Like, it hasn't, like, if that stuff, a million people could be drinking and smoking around me, or nobody could, it doesn't matter. Like, I just don't want to do it. Like, it's just who I am. And I think that, like, a lot of kids, like, they want to be straight edge, and they should just like straight edge is like just a thing you're called if you don't want to drink or smoke or do drugs ever. Like it's just a title that's come to mean like you're never gonna drink, you're never gonna smoke, you're never gonna do drugs. So you either are that or you're not that. And if you don't feel that way, it's not a big deal. You're just not that. But you don't need to define it in terms of like, I hate this, I hate that. Yeah. But when you're younger, I'm not going to shit on a kid who's younger for thinking that way though. Because like when you're younger, it's like a time in your life where you make mistakes. You go a little over the edge. You try a little hard to fit in where you want. And if part of your experience as like a teenage kid is saying fuck you to the kids at your school who drink and like give you shit for not drinking, then do it. Because that's like a relevant experience for like a younger kid to have. And I don't regret any of the shit I did when I was younger at all in terms of like conflicts I have with people who drank. That was how I found out who I was. Eventually you'll grow up and understand its place in your development, but sometimes you gotta do it, so.